Hello traders, welcome to this video on the euro dollar and pound dollar. My name is Chris from Elite Currency, and before we take a look at the charts, of course, wanted to let you know that we have ECS Live here with our live trading ideas, analysis, and webinars, and of course also ecs.SWAT, which is my personal method and trading strategies for tackling the market. It's based on patterns, proprietary indicators, and there's a new SWAT book coming up, course and strategies and indicators, and scalping systems. So a lot of good stuff is coming up in the next months. Join us now if you want to catch that ride and wave as well. All right, first of all, euro dollar weekly candles looking bullish twice in a row, bullish candles with higher highs and higher lows here. So looking like a turnaround at this moment, looking like a turning spot for upside and a bigger correction. I do think though that before that happens, a retest of maybe the head and shoulders level here could take place. So this could be a left shoulder, this could be the head, and this could be the right shoulder, and that could be a bouncing spot. Yes, price is in a downtrend, and it's been a pretty steep downtrend channel, in fact, compared to the price action before that, which was quite shallow and had a lot of ups and downs. This was quite strong, moving to the downside. But I think that I'm wondering if this downtrend could have completed maybe the bigger trend on the euro dollar. Let's take a look at the fib from here to here. All right, and it was very close to hitting the 78.6 fib. So it's a pity that price missed that, but sometimes it doesn't have to be that precise. So I wonder if that is a 78.6 fib bounce. Maybe I'm going a little bit too ahead of myself because it could still be, obviously it's still in a downtrend. So if price makes a dip and correction, it could still hit this resistance and move lower and fall to that 107.50 zone, for instance. This resistance level is still very strong, and I think that could be a zone where price still makes a bounce back down, right? So let's go to the daily. There we go. And looking for a retest of the support. I think that could be a bouncing spot, and price is going to go into this zone. That I think seems pretty likely to me. All right, so it could be that still price pushes higher. For the moment, I think a retracement is likely, and then a bounce, and price is going to go back to the 144 on the daily chart. Now that could be a reset moment. Either price still continues with a downtrend, or if it breaks above 112.50, we're finally looking at a bigger bullish correction. Which one of those two is more likely? I really don't know. I probably still lean towards a downside because of the trend is still down, and the 78.6 fib was missed. So I'm still leaning towards a bearish bounce like this. So retracement, head and shoulders, bounce, and then a bounce at the 144 made for downside. But if it breaks through 112.50, that indicates more upside. If it breaks through 108, 109 here, this bottom, of course, that's more downside. In that case, head and shoulders pattern failed. If price breaks through 110.50, there could be a push higher right away to 111 before we might get that ABC correction. So for the moment, I'm thinking ABC. I think 5 waves up have been completed. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seems completed to me. Even within the 5, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 of 5 seems completed. 5 waves. If it is 5 waves, I'm leaning towards yes. Then that could be a wave A, probably, if it's an ABC, or 1 if it's a bigger bullish reversal. Counting on an A for the moment. So this down looks like A, B, C for B, and then up for C. 5 waves up again for C for a bigger ABC zigzag. So if I put a fib from here to here, what I'm expecting is price to fall. Now it broke through, trying to break through the 23. If it falls, it should bounce at the 38 at 110, previous tops as well. There should be an upside. That could complete wave A, down, up for wave B. This could be a head and shoulders like this, like a left shoulder, head, and a right shoulder. And then we're looking for one more wave C, I think, lower. So this could be wave A, B, like that. Then down for C, down to the 61 or 78. There could be that bigger head and shoulders I talked about on the daily chart, and that could be a bouncing spot, either 61 or 78.6 fib. So from my point of view, a short, actually, if it does hit the 38, and if it does make an ABC up, a short around here, 110.40, with a target at 109.50 or 109.20 makes sense. And now we'll look for bullish candlestick patterns in this zone for upside. All right, so that's my view on the euro dollar. Pound dollar, well, that was, of course, very volatile to the upside, and managed to catch part of that trade to the upside with ECS Live via pound Australian dollar. Pound dollar, of course, moving because of Brexit, but technically I suspected that. Of course, the intensity and the number of pips was certainly more than I thought, because that was because of the Brexit, obviously. And price flew up from 122 support and the 61.8 fib we mentioned for 500 pips within 2 days. That was very impressive. Of course, the potential deal that might be found causing such a strong price action. So, but ultimately we expected an ABC zigzag. That's what happened. So whatever the news was, it fulfilled kind of the pattern we were looking at and expected a 61.8 fib bounce here at 122. So that's what happened. Now, if we look at this push up, right, because this ABC completed looks finished. That's why I was expecting a higher upside, more upside. So if we look at that upside, it looks like wave 1, 2. This looks like a wave 3 to me. And I think that there could be a wave 4 at this moment. Okay, now it could be that the upside is completed, but for the moment, this looks like a wave 4. And I'm expecting either a triangle, maybe a flag, or in any case, price action to stay above this 50 fib zone, or plus minus, right? Let's say max is 61. So as long as price makes some correction that stays above the 61 point fib at 124, it's ultimately still in the bullish territory. And after it finishes the correction, I'm expecting a wave 5 to complete the wave C and move up. Now, I'm not sure how far it will go. Theoretically, it can go all the way up to 130. It could only be 127.50 as well, or it could be 128.50. So I'm not sure about the target. It is a wave 5, so it depends a little bit on the Brexit news and how much this pushes up. But 127.50 would be a conservative target, would be because it's the closest, obviously. So yes, I'm looking for a bounce up here from 125, 124.50, 124 up to 127.50, and maybe even beyond that, maybe even up to 130 for the pound dollar. And if we look at the weekly chart, you'll see why. It's a very strong bullish candle, closed near the high, very volatile, bulls in control, higher highs. So I'm looking for one more higher high this week. And then, of course, it depends on how this weekly candle finishes. If there's a higher high, but a large exhaustion, and price ends up bearish like this, for instance, of course, well, that would indicate the end of the upside. But for the moment, this is bullish territory, just waiting for retracement and a continuation higher for push towards 127.50 and maybe these fib targets. All right, this counter trend move. Ultimately, if it finishes this ABC, this could still be a resistance spot for downside, or at least some bounce. But of course, that depends. How much bounce certainly will depend on how the Brexit news is going as well. But for the moment, down, up, down, I think the most likely. All right, that's it for now. Join us through SWAT to get all the updates that are coming up. Very exciting updates are coming soon, including EAs as well. So a lot of things lined up here for SWAT members. Thanks for your interest and patience as one of the members. And if you're looking to join now, of course, this is a great moment because all these updates are coming soon. So wish you good trading in any case, and see you in the next video. Cheers.